He's a top student for this year's CSEC Visual Arts exam, and not the first in Jamaica, but the Caribbean. Big things. My guest now is Dante Rose, a former student of St. Thomas Technical High, and he's joined by the art teacher at the school, Hugh Ingram. Dante, Hugh, good morning and welcome to Smile.
Morning.
Thanks. Yeah, glad to have you. Congratulations. I was saying to you that last week when I was doing the show with Neville on Wednesday, you were on the front page of the Gleaner, and I was like, congrats, big up St. Thomas and everything, and it would be so good to speak with you. And ta-da, here you are in studio. Yeah. I as I said to you too as well, I can't even draw. I'm horrible. A smiley face and a stick man, yeah, probably. But beyond that, so I really admire work like this, and congratulations to you on getting that top award. But what got you interested in art?
Art wasn't my thing, but after a while in the online class stuff, I just found myself creating stuffs because I was bored at home. I just found myself creating stuffs, and it just started from there. When I was like in first form, I got a project to do from my teacher, and I just used stuffs in my household that I could find to create it, and I passed. So it started there, honestly.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you never expected that you would have gotten this top award, right?
Yeah. I can tell you that.
What do you remember most about the exam and the lead up to it? Because do you have to do like what do they call it again now?
Prep studies.
SBA. You have to do an SBA for it. So what was that process like? And then obviously the art exam itself.
All right. The SBA was a real struggle because one of the main stuff I had to create was a journal. And the journal itself was very hard. And there was about 4 students assigned to Mr. Ingram. And it's really hard. So I try to help out as much as possible, so it kind of ease off this. And it's very hard, but I didn't expect this much.
Right.
I expect to pass, yes, but
top award is a different matter.
And it came so sudden.
Yeah.
So sudden. Didn't expect it at all.
Now, what would you point out numerous challenges in creating the journal for the SBA.
Yeah.
The exam itself was a bit of a challenge. It wasn't really your first choice. It's just that it kind of, it happened upon you, so to speak. Having gone through all of that and come out on top, what's the big lesson you've learned about yourself?
Don't really underestimate yourself. Never do. Never. That's a bad thing. And I just want to thank my teacher, my parents, Garcia Scott, Camille Rose. I thank you both. And I thank my auntie Nikki. She has been a very good help financially and emotionally. I want to say thanks. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
So what makes Dante a good artist?
Well, what makes Dante a good artist is natural talent, as well as his passion. He's very detail-oriented whenever he's doing his work.
And those are generally good qualities for a good artist?
Those are definitely good qualities for a good artist.
Would you consider yourself a good artist? Or a good art teacher?
Yes, I think I'm a relatively good art teacher.
Yeah.
But as I said before, this was definitely not expected. I was expecting Dante to pass with a range 1. I was expecting that. But I did not expect him to be ranked, 1.
Number 1 in the Caribbean.
That was a shocker to me. But it's a good feeling, and I'm very happy for it.
Was there something, lots of times teachers will say there's something that they pick up about a particular student in any discipline. What was it about Dante that you observed that you said, he's special?
All right, when I remember Dante, and there was something that stood out with him. One of the things that stood out with him, I know that we're talking about art and everything, but he blend colors well. He could blend colors. And apart from that, whenever he was given an expressive form, whether painting, drawing, textile, he was able to do all of them. and that was a plus.
Yeah. Painting, drawing, textiles, do you have a favorite?
I like sculptures more.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I just like the 3D look, and it gives you more a realism feel of the art. I just like 3D. Yeah.
Are you going to pursue a career in art, or will you do something else, but art will always be a mainstay in your life?
Art will always be the main one, but I'm going back to school to get some more subjects. Yes.
And ultimately, what do you want to be? Or where do you see yourself, I should say?
I see myself, I just like building things. So I see myself building houses, and my father at one point thought I should try architecture. And I said, that's not a bad choice.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice at all. Lots of construction going on in Jamaica, but also lots of construction going on in Jamaica. Now, sorry, across the region. Despite your love for sculpting, right?
Yeah.
You brought something with you this morning. You brought this piece here that we've got on the easel. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this. I mean, I think you're a football fan.
Yeah. Well, not really a football fan, but yes, I'm a football. So this piece, it's basically a football going at a very high speed. It's going to the right. So as you see, you have a little fade in the crowd, as well as the ball. It's not really finishing, but it's at its peak. There should be like a net going to the right.
Okay.
So it shows that it's going into the goal. So yeah, that should be it.
And because it's going at such a high speed, that's why the crowd is blurred.
Yeah.
It's about the art, man.
You did a very good job of explaining it, right?
Yeah.
But for you, Hugh, obviously this performance by Dante is a bit of a feather in your cap.
Yes.
When you take a look at, the students in his class, those coming up who are going to be doing CSEC next year, how inspired are you about art in Jamaica or among Jamaican students?
Well, I am looking forward, to working with, students. And the fact that, as Dante would have said, he did not see it as first. But, seeing students to come forward and helping them, that would be, definitely a plus.
Yeah. What's the biggest joy for you, and what's the biggest challenge for you as an art teacher?
Well, the biggest joy for me as an art teacher is, as an educator, I should say, is to see students would have passed through your hand and they have been successful in life. And you would have known that you would have played a very important role in making that becoming a reality. Yeah, the
biggest challenge, no?
Yes, one of my biggest challenge is actually teaching, trying to change the mindset of students. A lot of times students, come with a preconceived notion that, hey, I can't draw. And so I have to work with trying to inspire them, to try to push them, to try to say, look here, art is not just about drawing, it's about creating as well. So trying to convince them, to say, all right, then you can do it. Yeah. That is one of my biggest challenges.
As we close, Dante, I give you 10 seconds to share a word of inspiration to other young people, maybe art students out there who are looking on this morning.
Okay, the inspiration is, don't listen to negative thoughts. That's not good. Just be very conductive and make your parents proud, because when you see that smile on your mother's face, trust me, that's a very good feeling.
Indeed.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here, gentlemen. Dante Rose, Hugh Ingram. Of course, Dante Rose, a former student of St. Thomas Technical High and the top student in the CSEC Visual Arts for the Caribbean, and his former teacher, Hugh Ingram. Coming up, we take a look at Jamaica's import-export imbalance and how it's impacting the economy. Stay with us on Smile.